What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Roddy's Rides. I'm your host, Roddy, and if you guys are new here, go down, hit the subscribe button. We're about to hit 1.3 thousand followers or subscribers, which is absolutely nuts. So go ahead, go knock that out for me. In today's episode, I've been losing sleep over belt slip, and the biggest thing is in the morning when I wake up to go drive my car or drive it to class, right? I do have big brake squeal, which is different. I'm okay with that, but just the chirping of the belt drives me bananas. So in today's episode, we're gonna be, I guess, addressing how we are going to fix that, if that makes sense. So let's go check out the car. Couple little things real quick. So this past weekend I went up to Dallas, and right before I was leaving, the car did great. Only thing I did notice was it was making this awful noise. It sounded like the motor was knocking. And so before all the haters go down and be like, I'm glad your motor blew up. No, the motor did not blow up, but my hood, I guess, started settling down on the pulley and started making this rubbing noise, which almost kind of sounded like rod knock, but the second I popped the hood, it went away. So we did a little ratchet fix with throwing some washers or shims, whatever you want to call it, underneath the hinge to get it up a little bit more. Rice or Honda mods, but whatever. We're not here for that. So looking at my supercharger setup. So first of all, last video that I talked about this, if you haven't gone back and watched that, go back, watch that video. But this tensioner is weaker than the belt because it's only mounted by 2 bolts back here, and I can keep tightening it down to help it stay snug against the belt, but I think I'm going to try to refabricate a bracket or just get a bigger pulley to give it more wrap around the belt. But I actually had a fantastic idea. And so what I'm thinking is so on one of the already pre-existing brackets for the front plate of the motor, I'm thinking about taking that out, and my major is IT, so I work with CNC mills and all this. So worst case scenario is if I can't do anything, then I'll just adjust one of them to make it work. But I'm thinking I'm gonna build up one of these brackets on Fusion 360 and CNC it. And I've gotten permission, I just gotta make sure he approves of the part, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna take a look at which one of these brackets I wanna use, and then we'll take it off and start drawing it up in Fusion. So I'm definitely going to have to address this tensioner because, I mean, regardless, it's always going to be pushing back, and when I bump up more boost, it's just going to push it back even farther, and we're going to be losing boost. So that is not very good, but I'm glad that it's losing boost instead of building boost. So that's better than boost spiking, but whatever. Okay, so what I'm thinking is if you guys can see right here, this bracket right down here, it's kind of hard to see, but what I'm thinking is I'm going to yank off this bracket right here, and by looking at this, I'm thinking I should be able to either drill the hole for this pulley a little bit lower, or I can machine a little sliding spot. I got to see how this pulley is mounted, but if I could do that, then I could slide it down, and then this will give the belt a little bit more tension. Because I've also thought about, where is it, the tensioner right down there, you guys can't really see it, but the tensioner right there, I was kind of debating about buying a 5.0, oh, we got some ricers coming, but I was debating about getting a 5.0 tensioner and seeing if that would fit, but I just don't know if it's the same tension or a different tensioner or what. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to start taking off the belt, and then I'm going to yank off this pulley to start measuring out the bracket size. It is hot, and this is going to suck. So also, if you guys are new to the channel, I just got my BBK, how am I going to get you this? I just got to my BBK flow tube adapters, so I should be able to put on my long tube headers next video. So if you're not already subscribed, go down and subscribe so you won't miss out on next week's content. And I'll be installing my fuel pump, so we'll be turning the setup up a little bit, but at this rate I'm not going to get nothing done. Okay, finally got the belt off, and now I got to look for the Allen keys, the Allen wrenches to take off this bracket, but I'm trying to remember. This one might be the special one. No, I don't have no washers on that one. I got washers on that side. Okay, so don't drop the washers, Brennan, because I'm pretty good at doing that. Okay, it's like 90 degrees outside, and I've been out here for about an hour, and I've been just kind of looking at this. So if you look I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, but there's a bolt up here, and then there's a bolt on this side, and then there's also a bolt, oops, there's a bolt down below this pulley. And so I got this bolt to break loose fine. I actually screwed it back in. This one I could not get out for the life of me. And so at home I always use like the Allen key sockets that are, it's an Allen key, but it's a socket, so I have a lot more confidence in it. And that bigger bolt, I'm just worried from the angle with me, and using one of these Allen keys, I'm just going to strip it, and I really don't want to do that because it would suck for me to strip my bolt and then I couldn't come home this weekend to film all the content. So I think what I'm planning on doing is, unfortunately, I guess this will be an update video. I really wanted to get this bracket off and start getting drawings, and realistically I've always had a fear with these Allen keys because I have stripped these before, especially when they're torqued down. And right now I have all the coolant and all the, well, I should just show you, there's a whole bunch of things around this which make it very difficult to get to. So this weekend I'll yank this off, I'll get the drawings up, and I'll draw it up in Fusion, and that'll also give me a little bit more time to actually see what I'm working with. Or I might be able to just drill a hole a little bit farther down on the pulley to make the pulley have more tension on the belt, if that makes sense. So I do have the long tubes, I do have all the parts and pieces. It will be going on this weekend. Next Tuesday there will be a long tube video install, but I think this might be it for Roddy's Rides for this week, at least. I don't really have any projects, I don't really have money right now. I'm saving for bigger things in December, of course, but I think I'm just going to end off the video here. So sorry if this video is short. Go down, hit the like button, comment down some questions or some you have about the setup. I don't know, I think I'm just going to conclude today's video with that being said. So go down, hit the subscribe button. I promise next week there'll be a lot better content and actual video. So Roddy's Rides is out of here. And plus I need to make merch not in black because it's hot when it's 90 degrees outside. So Roddy's Rides out of here.